Hi, everybody. I'm back. So, first off, I want to say today is December 28th, 2022. So, I've done this little thing. I've taken all of the higher arcana cards, right? And separated them from one of my decks. So what we're going to do with these higher arcana cards right now, today, is we're going to ask the universe, our guides, our highest version of selves, our source energy, those that are here helping us and guiding us along this path that have only our highest and greatest good for intentions, only and always, to give us some insight into the year 2023, right? And through these higher arcana cards, I want them to show me what they want the year 2023 to be represented as in the tarot from those higher arcana cards. Does that make sense to you? So that's the first thing I'm doing. If I sound nasally, stuffy, sorry, but yeah, I have a cold. And if you hear my puppy romping, that's because he's romping. I have a puppy and they romp and they're cute. He's having fun right now. He went down to the cat box and he stole a kitty spider. And he's playing with that, and I'm just letting him because she has not, the cat toy box. She has not played like that. She's older, and she could care less about those toys at this point in her life. So anyway, we're asking universe, all that I mentioned just a few minutes ago, to tell us what they want, how they perceive 2023, what they want us to see 2023 as via these cards, okay? So I'm just going to keep shuffling them while I tell you a few things that I know, all right? So I know that the year 2023 translates into a universal 7-year in numerology. So 7 is the seeker of truth and knowledge, okay? So I know that that's what the year 2023 is going to be about. It's going to be about seeking even more truth and knowledge and probably sharing that with those that don't already have the amounts that we do. But I believe in my heart and my soul that those people that have not been seeking the truths or the knowledge so far, are going to be doing that in the year 2023. Okay? So the year 2023 is a 7 universal year. Now, the other thing that I know is that for us here in America, we came into our Pluto return, okay? And so Pluto has been dipping in and out of all of these planets and doing its thing. Now, our Pluto return brings up the shadow side of our country for us to all take a big old look at so that we get to see what's really going on within this country. And many people have been blind to it. All of us aren't, but many people have been blind to it. Some people, I do believe, make a choice to be blind to it because they just can't handle going about their day-to-day life if they were to know the truth about things. But I do believe the energy is shifting, and people aren't going to be able to just get up, go to work, come home, drink their beer, eat their dinner, go to bed, get up, do it all over again anymore. They're going to be forced to really look at it, okay? So anyway, in March, our Pluto return is going to be sort of like coming out of a phase where it's going to be a severe... Puppy, what up? This is Luke, you guys, and he's cute. So it's going to be coming out of a phase where it's going to be like severely showing us all the truth about this country, the truth about people who have been in control and doing slimeball things. So by March of 2023, I'm expecting shit to have hit the fan somehow in a way that like people really can't ignore it anymore. So then let's see, what else do we know? I think that sums it up pretty good. There may have been something else I wanted to bring up, but okay. So also we know that we came into Revelations a couple years ago. Oh, sorry guys, I gotta let the puppy out. Hold on. Sorry guys. Sitting on my couch here, covered in a blanket so that his little toenails don't tear it, because he can jump up easy, but a lot of times he just tries to hoist himself up, and that little back leg digging. So yeah, having a puppy, the house does, it's it's not as neat as I would like it to be, but oh well, that's all right, I can handle it. So yeah, we know that we came into Revelations a couple years ago. If you follow the stars, and I do, we came into Revelations, and that's how I knew that our election was really going to be blatantly screwed with. And that's because how do you reveal things? You know, the big reveals have to happen, right? So that's why we're seeing all this stuff, you guys. And I just want to remind you of that. We're seeing election fraud because we're in Revelations. We've come into Revelations. We're seeing election fraud because it's important for us to see it in order for us to heal it. And hot flashing. So we have to see this stuff. So we're seeing election fraud on all of these levels, and we're seeing the ugliness and the ickiness. We have to see it. We have to bring it up from the surface, and we have to see it so that we can heal it. It's how it works. So we came into Revelations a couple years ago. We got a Pluto return here in America. And this past year, what we've been in, 2022, has been a universal 6 year. We've been being asked consistently to have compassion. Universal 6 year is love, divine love, birthing new things, right? We've been asked to kind of get ourselves ready for what's to come. Now, my team, right from the onset of this, our guidance has come via the cards, has said, a way of life has ended. It's a blessed change. Tap in. Don't walk with fear. Trust. Manifest. Use your thoughts and your words. It's also from time to time told us to, prepare. Be smart. Be smart, not afraid. So, and we've seen shortages and stuff since the pandemic. I remember back here you couldn't get sugar, you couldn't get flour, you couldn't get butter, you couldn't get toilet paper. Meats were really low. You couldn't get certain fruits. There was a lot of stuff. Like, that should have been making people kind of wake up to the fact that being prepared with food, or, however they can, whatever their basic needs are, coffee, whatever, have a little extra on hand, No, can a lot of us just absolutely, get ourselves ready for 3 years of whatever? And no, not everybody can do that, but we can all do something, right? And we can all do that in a way that we're not walking with fear. So we happily buy an extra bag of rice or whatever when we're grocery shopping, because that's only $5 and all we have is $5 extra. It's little things like that. Like, instead of buying just the bag of beans that you're going to make your chili with tomorrow, or your baked beans with tomorrow, you buy that extra bag of beans so that you can make one next week too. You know what I mean? You do whatever you can. I understand most of us aren't in a place where we have all this money put aside and all this extra stuff put aside. In fact, most of the world lives paycheck to paycheck. Unfortunately, what they've done and tricking people into all these credit cards is most people live far beyond their means. And I think we're going to be coming out of that and going back to living within our means, you know. But I've had some stuff sent to me today and I haven't watched it yet. I wanted to watch Phil go live last night. He was going to go live at 7. And then he said not until 8. And then Eddie and I like to watch that together because it's just something that we do together. And we got busy because we're not usually, the way our lives are, we are not usually able to watch stuff at that point in the evening during the week. But, so I have to tune into that and I might come back and do another reading after I've listened to that. And then, my cousin told me that Jason Shurka had something up. And, she said I should go over and watch it. And I couldn't watch it. I was busy. And so I haven't been able to watch it today either. So I'll take a peek at those two things and maybe I'll come back on and do another reading based around whatever it is that they're talking about. I know that people are getting discouraged and I know that people are losing faith, and my cousin and I have talked about this pretty extensively over the last few weeks. But I'll tell you right now, one of the things that I love, and I've said to my cousin time and time again, ever since Derek Johnson came on the scene, he was like the answer to mine and Eddie's prayers. So many people were just getting discouraged and being bombarded down with bad news and sort of all that fear porn, that we talk about, and feeling as though they'd been psyoped into believing something was going on that really wasn't, even though the proof was kind of right in their face. So with Derek Johnson, you can't say it's not true. It's true. He gives you the truth. He gives you the facts. He gives you the laws. He gives you the orders. And then he even gives you the damn links for you to follow so that you can read and educate yourself. So for anybody who's getting really depressed or feeling as though there's no white hats, feeling as though you've been psyoped, I really highly recommend going over and checking out Derek Johnson on Telegram. That's where I follow him, on Telegram. I can't remember. I think he just ended up on my news feed one day. The universe just sort of dropped him in front of me, and I was like, this is the answer to our prayers. And I got my cousin listening to him, and I said, my uncle's 81 years old, and he's incredibly awake, but, he's really awake. And he's really cool. It's really cool. He's 81 years old. And sometimes he'll get disheartened, because of what we're seeing happening in the world. We're seeing sad things. There's no doubt about it. So ever since Derek Johnson came on, I said to Susie, share this with him, and that gives him hope. I mean, it gives us all hope. Because we see clearly what the truth is through him. So we know that we're in the middle. I've known, you've known, we've all known for a long time. Everybody here on this channel, we've all known for a long time. We're in the middle of a WAR. We're in the middle of a spiritual WAR. We know all of that stuff, right? A lot of people don't know that stuff, okay? So what do you suppose is going to happen as here in the United States, our Pluto return weaves in and out of these planets and gets ready to finish up its cycle? What do you suppose is going to happen? If the Pluto return is all about exposing the shadow, and many of the people here in my country are unaware of the shadow and they think people like me are off our rockers, what do you suppose is going to happen? We're going to have a time where this stuff is going to be so obvious that everyone has to look at it, because that's what we're coming into. And we're coming into that universal 7-year. Okay? Now, I'm not saying all of this stuff to scare you guys. I'm saying all of this stuff to remind you guys that this is how things are, right? And that because of this, we've got to keep our vibrations really high, keep manifesting, stay positive, stay in that love vibration, hold compassion, be there for the people that are going to be shaken awake in this coming year, and they will be. They're going to be, because the stars say it is so, right? Okay, so blah, 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 blah. I've rambled for 15 minutes. I'm sorry, you guys, but I wanted to spit all of that out. So right now, I'm going to ask the universe, show us via these higher arcana cards how you want to describe the year 2023 to us via these higher arcana cards for us to get some insight into how to prepare for the coming days ahead. Okay? Okay, so the universe says, as far as 2023, what does it want to describe this year to us as? How do we prepare in this coming year? So the universe is telling us we're going to have to be strong. You know what? They told us that in 2022. And they told us that in 2021. And honestly, seriously, we did have to be strong. In 2020, we didn't have toilet paper, right? We didn't have our jobs. We were booted out of our jobs. Everything shut down. We were told that we couldn't even drive to the store without paperwork giving us the permission to do it. We had to be strong. We had to be strong within our faith and our hearts. And we had to be strong in our lives and strong up against people that wanted to oppress us. We had to be strong. In 2021, we had to be strong. We had to stand in our sovereignty and unapologetically be strong, because we were not going to be bullied into, and we were over and we didn't want to hear about the bullshit. We didn't want to hear about it. We had to be strong. And, in 2022, we were told we needed to be compassionate. And we can clearly see why we needed to be compassionate. We've been seeing people, unfortunately, die. We've seen a lot. So they're bringing the old strength card back out for us for 2023. So once again, we're going to have to be strong, you guys. We're going to have to stand in our sovereignty. We're going to have to be unapologetically strong. Probably not just for ourselves, but for the people that we know and love in our communities that have been looking at us like we're nut jobs for, I don't know, forever, or however long you've been awake and they've known it and they think you're crazy. You're going to have to be strong for them too, because when the truths start really spilling out, and I think they're going to this year that we're coming into in 2023, a lot of people they're going to be super depressed. They're going to be really sad. They're going to feel disillusioned. Hopefully no one goes into a state of, being completely catatonic. I don't think that the hard things will come out in the beginning. I think they're going to come out in drips, so that by the time people get to the hardest parts of things, they'll have built some resilience around that. But we're going to have to be strong. So the universe is telling us that as we come into 2023, we need to be strong for ourselves, for the people that we love. And I truly believe for all of those people that will be waking up in the year 2023. By March, we're going to see some stuff, I believe, because of the Pluto return, okay? So strength, that's how the universe wants to talk to us about the year 2023. Now, before I do a reading, I'm going to pull us a positive affirmation. I know that's usually a little bit different than how I generally do it, but I'm going to pull us a positive affirmation. I know people are feeling really disheartened right now, and I really want you to self-care, self-love, fill yourself up, do whatever you can to get back into that positive vibration, okay? All right? So here we go. Let's see. What does the universe want to say to us as far as a positive affirmation goes? All right. My cards are so sticky. They're sticky. Okay. Contemplation time. So the universe wants us to spend time alone meditating upon what it is that we truly desire. I think that's really important, once again, for us to hear that, because I think there's a lot of fear shit going on out there. There always is. And I think people get really caught up and reeled into that, and they lose their shine. The vibrations dip, their spirits kind of plummet. And then we're working for free for these assholes that want to take over the world. They want us in that vibration, you guys. So we have to do everything that we can to not be in that vibration. So we want to contemplate. We want to spend time alone, draw a bath, take a long shower, go for a walk in nature, you know, whatever it is that you like to do alone. So spend time alone, meditating upon what it is that you truly desire. So we have got to focus, you guys, on what it is that we desire and want. We cannot keep allowing this fear porn to drag us down and put us in a place where we're focusing on what it is that we don't want. Because then we're creating shit for them. We're using our power for the bad guys for free. And then they love it when we're vibrating low and we're anxious and we're scared and we're depressed, and they love it. We taste better that way. So no, we've got to contemplate and only focus on what it is that we want, okay? All right, now you guys probably hear my dog knocking at the door. So now what I'm just gonna, before I let him in, well, now he's quieted down. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna ask the universe to show us a little bit of what it is that we're coming into for the month of January in the year 2023. In the month that we call January, in the year that we consider and we call 2023. Because I still don't really know. You know, honestly, I believe our times and our months and everything have been screwed with. But we call it January, and we call it our new year, 2023. So let's see what we get from messages around that. Okay, you guys? All right. A little peek into 2023. I rambled and babbled for 15 minutes. I'm sorry, you guys. Let's see. So, okay. Whoops. All right. Okay. All right, you guys. This is pretty good. It tells us quite a bit. I don't know if you guys can see, because I'm set up in my living room again, and I'm on my couch, and I'm using my little event table. But what they want us to know as far as January, as we're coming into the month of January and the year 2023, a lot of work has gone in. Now, this is Pentacles. This is our earthly pleasures. Remember, this is grounded in the earth. This often represents our finances, okay, you guys? So there has been a shitload of work that's gone into this system. And right above it, we have the brand new start of something. I think it might, maybe they're saying they're going to pull that out in January. It's represented the brand new start with cups. So there's going to be a lot of feeling to this. And as I say that, I got this feeling in the pit of my stomach, a feeling of anxiety. Okay, so when we start something brand new, it's probably going to feel a little, it's going to make people feel anxious and maybe even a little afraid, okay? But directly beside that, we have the moving out of troubled water card. So it might feel a little anxious or whatever, but it's to create something much better. And we all know that, but a lot of other people, that might be part of the awakening and us needing to be strong for people, right? So it is to move us out of troubled water and to help us into a better situation. And it has been being manifested and worked on for a very long time. And it's, you know, it's coming from a group of very enlightened people. Again, this woman is very enlightened. She's very intuitive, and she uses her gifts to manifest what it is that she wants. Okay? So across from, you know, the financial system, across from that, we have also what's going on is the media. Okay? So in the month of January, you're going to see us running with some news. So this is like a strategy card, and this is our swords, which is our thoughts and our words and our media and our technology and things like that. Ego. So with this card, you can see he's kind of looking back at the circus back here, and he's taken most of their swords. He's taken off. He's running off with them. They don't even know they've been pillaged. So for the month of January, we're going to start seeing some more news, you guys. There's a lot going into the financial system that we're going to be seeing something new with. It's going to have a lot of feelings around it for a lot of people. Probably different people will feel different ways around that. Okay, and then there's going to be more hitting the news. There's going to be more hitting the news. It has to happen. It has to happen because it's the news coming out with actual truths has been also being manifested for a long time. Okay, and we've been manifesting it. They've been manifesting it. It's time. The universe has been conspiring to bring truths out. So it's time. All right, so the thing that's driving this entire reading for the month of January, as we come into the year 2023, is exactly that. It's strategies, it's news, it's truths, it's technologies, it's winning battles, it's losing battles, it's been this ongoing war, and that's what's driving the entire reading. But if you look, he's standing there and he's looking back with a grin on his face, because for the most part, he's won. And these guys have had to surrender time and time again. They're walking away sad. They're lost. They've lost. So what's driving this entire reading is we're winning. So no matter how awful anything feels or whatever type of fear you're hearing, remember, we're winning. We are winning. Okay? All right, and then, so we're winning the war. It's a gallant fight. It's noble. There's a lot of feelings to this. There's a lot that we don't know. And that's what this card says. There's a lot to this war that we don't know. See, so for as much as we do know, there's tons that we don't. So it's just reminding us we are winning. We don't know everything, but we are moving out of troubled water. So we're nearing that era where we're wrapping things up. We're wrapping things up, you guys. Things are getting better, okay? All right, so I read that across and I read that up and down. I hope that you found some value in that. That's what we're looking at for the month of January. We're looking at something, probably the finances bottoming out more, or maybe starting all over again with this cup. It's going to bring, with this Ace of Cups, it's going to bring a lot of feelings with that. So for some people, it may feel good. For some people, it might feel scary. I think for the majority of people, it's going to feel scary. But it's to move us out of troubled water, and it has been being manifested for a really long time. A lot of work has been going into this financial system. There's a lot that we don't know. Again, I'm reading this across. There's a lot that we don't know, but we will find out. We're about to find it all out. What's driving this entire reading is that we are winning. We're winning this war, whether they, the bad guys, too bad, we're winning. We're winning. We've got this. We need to be patient because there's so much to this war that we don't know. This is a noble cause, and we are being moved out of troubled water, okay, you guys? And then, we're going to see more and more news come out. Again, we are manifesting that into being. They're manifesting that into being. We all are. So as we move into the new year, remember we've got this. Keep your vibrations high. Know that the new year is asking us to be strong. We're going to have to be strong for us, for our families, and for those people that are just starting to wake up and come into understanding what's really taking place. It's not going to be able to be ignored. I mean, the Pluto return is going to really just kind of throw this right in people's yards for them to take a peek at. So we're going to have to be strong for ourselves, our families, and everybody else. Remember that we need to be compassionate as well. We learned the tool of love and compassion. We've picked up a lot of tools. We have a lot of tools. I always say that to my boyfriend. I have a lot of tools in my toolbox. Only I can use them. So it doesn't do me any good to have done all of this emotional and spiritual work to get to the place that I'm at today for emotional and spiritual health and mental health, and have acquired all of these skills and keep it parked in the closet back here and never pull that out and utilize my skills. So we've all learned so much, you guys. We've learned so much over the last few years, and we're going to be asked to be using those skills while remaining strong and compassionate for people in this next coming year, okay? And contemplate what it is that we truly want and spend time focusing on that, you guys, and not what we don't want. All right? So I hope that you all found some value in this. Sorry about the long ramble, but I wanted to go over the numerology and, all of that stuff as we look into 2023. Sorry that I sound terrible. I've got a head cold. So it just came on overnight, and I'm feeling it more and more as the morning slips by. But I just want to say, I love and appreciate hearing from all of you. I'm sending you all so much love and so many blessings. I'll be back. I'm going to take a listen to Phil. I'm going to take a listen to Jason Sharka. And I'll see what they've got to say, what they're up to. I'll see what's going on, how I'm feeling about things by the new year, and see if I want to come back and do a reading before New Year's Eve, depending on what's going on out there for news and word, or if I feel like this is good. But yeah, many blessings and much, much love from me and mine to all of you. Happy New Year to all. Let's make this a really good one, okay? So a lot's going to happen. We're going to see a lot. So we really have to use our skills and manifest and manifest and manifest. Be compassionate, be strong, stay vibrating high, send the love out there, you guys. Stay in that love vibration. All right, until next time, I'll see you. All right, many blessings, much love. Bye.